How's it going, guys? Doing Zwift Games 2026 Road to Glory, the kind of the intro refresher course ride. It's on triple twist. Just basically a shared group ride workout. It's guided by Zwift, so we'll see how it goes here. Hopefully it shouldn't be too crazy since it's more of just a workout, not really a race. So 15 seconds before we get started here. We've got 29 people so far. Just a little push to get off the line. Welcome, Zwifters. This is your official Zwift Games Road to Glory ride. Today is all about building confidence, gaining skill, and preparing for Zwift Games. We're riding, not racing. So find a nice rhythm and ride at your own pace. A little push here. See if we can bridge up. There we go. Triple twist. Already 1.5 K done. Heads through the volcano and on the Jarvis Island. There's 1.5 K. At 3 months. Just trying to sit in because I didn't really do a warm-up. Give you some racing tips and simulate some racing moves. Got a good little group of 15 here now that we're warmed up. Not really warmed up yet. From the practice or racing start. Race start. The start matters a lot, yeah. Yeah. For the lower categories, a lot of times it's closer to 60 seconds. before things start to settle down. All right, volcano arch, we'll do 80% for 30 seconds. It would be nice if I could see my stats on the screen. All right, here we go. All right. Oh. Now I'm in no man's land. Sprinting in a volcano is hot. Yeah, it is. Let's cool you down with some rain. Yeah, except for that virtual rain doesn't help me cool down in the garage. All right. Come on, Briggs. Yeah. Hydration. Hydration is definitely key when you're cycling indoors on the trainer. Get another fan on. There's some wheels to ride. Try to stay in the draft. Climbs are crucial in races. They definitely are. All right. We'll finish the lead in here at the banner. Other power up. Learning when to time a power up is one of the biggest tactical gains in racing on Zwift. All right. We've got the Zwift play controller, so we'll be using the Y button with a keyboard within arm's reach for a backup. And there's 5K done at just under 8 minutes and 40 seconds. 19.5K still to go. Gear down, RPMs up. As Ken Miles says in Ford versus Ferrari, or not Ferrari, but yeah, RPMs are your friend. Just stay seated and spin this lower section. Little push. Stay on the power. Stay in the draft. Push this small incline here. Still draftable. All right. I'll stand up and push here. And we'll fire the feather. And stay on the power through the banner. Just like that. The key to using the draft power up is you got to be drafting. Let's push a little bit here. Almost there. And there we go. Pull it in the draft. Time trial in Scotland. Yeah, that'll be tough. Whew. Gotta keep breathing. All races are categorized using racing score. Yeah, this guy in front of me uses draft power up, and he's not drafting anybody. So he just used it. There's no benefit. All right, we're 36% of the way through the route. So, should take us about 45 minutes. All right, there's 9K done at 15 minutes and 42 seconds. All right. How do we use the draft power-up, Zwift? Tell me. This power-up increases your drafting ability. You see the draft bar, top center is the blue bar that keeps shrinking and extending. Oh, looks like we got in a race, drafting is free speed. Let's see if we can jump across. Sitting behind other riders can reduce the effort by 20 to 30%. The key is you have to be behind another rider. Conserving energy in a race is smart. All right. There's 10K at just over 17 minutes and 30 seconds. All right. There you go. Draft bar. Has to be behind at least 2 riders to get full draft. Yep, there we go, full draft. Ouch. Hovering at almost full draft. If there's no blue bar, you're not drafting. And if there's no blue bar and you deploy your draft boost, power up, there's no benefit. We'll use it here. Keep breathing. Get the heart rate down. %45 of the way done. Just over 11K. 13.3K left to go. The S's are coming up. Twisty and bumpy section of road. Still draftable though. Another drink. Yep, keep power on the small climbs. And that's right, you'll maintain speed. Sometimes cars get little breaks. All right. Good push. And momentum just kind of pushes us through the group. Another push here at the bottom. Another push here. And push the momentum through the group. And push. And just like that, we're at the top. And we'll recover on the down. Go to push right here. And it'll carry speed almost all the way to the banner. All right. Another feather. Let the guys catch up here. Way to close, guys. Little power to stay on his wheel. Can you smell the pizza? Possibly maybe doing pizza for dinner after we get through with the ride. 14K done, just under 10.5K to go. Little push here. Stay in the draft. Got another little bump right here. Little power right here. And let them come back through and hop on the wheel. The Zwift climb reverse. Seat bit right in the middle. Yes, this would be a decisive climb in a race. $15K done. Yeah, just over 26.5 minutes. 9.5K still to go. Oh, the Specialized Athos S-Works. It is the best climbing bike in the game, especially when it's fully upgraded to stage 5. Get a drink. .30-second tether. Yeah, we'll deploy that as we come into the steep bit there at the turn. All right. Keep our RPMs up. Here comes the turn. Orange. Feather. Push right here. Now we're right here. All right. Get a drink here. There's a little downhill and catch our breath. Spin up. $1K to the banner. There's Peterson. Good catch. Peterson's doing the work. We're just staying on his wheel. Good job, Peterson. That's right, recover on the descent. Super tuck. $100K till the next bike upgrade. 19K done. 5.5 to go. Let's push here. Carry speed. Let's back up to Peterson. There's the weekly goal met. And we're back on Peterson's wheel. $5K left. Good job, Peterson. Don't use that arrow power up yet. Save it for the sprint. What they mean is the sprint at the very finish. Normally in a race though, you're going to use your power up at almost every banner. Unless you know you want to keep the power up like this arrow for a sprint finish. You may not want to roll the dice and whether you'll get another arrow power up, because a lot of times you might get a feather or a draft. And if you got a feather for a sprint finish, it's not going to do you a whole lot of good. You can do okay with the draft, but the arrow is usually your best bet for a sprint finish. All right. We're down a gear and up the RPMs. 4K to go. 36 minutes in. Should easily finish in under 45 minutes. All right. And we're going right. There's 21K. At 37 minutes and 15 seconds. 3.4K still to go. I don't know that I can out sprint Peterson, so we may have to go long if we want to try to beat him. The only problem is if we're going to go long, we're going to have to go long and get a jump so he doesn't just surf our wheel. I've been on his wheel a good bit, so letting him stay on mine for about a K or so. Put you on the Canyon Air Road 2024. One of the fastest sprint bikes in the game. All right. There's 22K. We got 2.5K to go. Got a little bump coming right here. Race starts, drafting and climbing. You're all set to take on Zwift games. Got a bump right here. 2K to go. And there's 40 minutes. So we should finish in under 44 minutes. All right. How far out do we want to try to go? Got a downhill coming right up here. One and a half K to go. There's 23K done. All right, downhill right here. We'll go ahead and push. Stay on the power. And pop the arrow. See if we can get a break. See if we can TT it to the finish. $700 meters. Stay on it. Oh. Legs are tired. All right, there we go. Whew. Yeah, Peterson beat us on the sprint. That's why I went long. Oh. Oh. All right, let's see. Let's quit event. Get our stats up. Average 2.26 watts per kg for that ride. Just over 34 kilometers an hour average. Oh, well, that was a good workout. Use the feather. Oh. Yeah. The Zwift Games races are going to be interesting because they're supposed to get harder each week. So, as a heavier rider, the more climbing we get to, the harder that's going to be. Let's see, there we go. Go back downhill here. All right, guys, if you're still here, thanks for watching. We'll be doing the last stage 6 Tour de Zwift ride tomorrow. And then I'll be doing 2 makeup rides next week for 2 I missed. And then that will give me, once I get to those 3, I'll have all 18 rides done. I've done 15 so far. So 3 more to go. And then we'll have completed the Tour de Zwift Ultimate Challenge. So, I'm gonna spin the legs and warm down here a little bit and get this uploaded later this evening. And then we'll be back tomorrow for that Tour de Zwift ride. If you're still here, thanks for watching. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos as I get them published and put out. And until then, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.